Hey, welcome to this month's co-creation card reading. We are going to be doing an oracle card reading for the month ending September and welcoming in the month of October. I'm Yas Naidoo-Jooste. I am a spiritual intuitive, a writer and healer, and I am so grateful to be able to share this experience and this divine guidance that we will be receiving together. My intention is that you receive exactly what it is that your soul most wants you to know at this time so that you can create and experience the life of your dreams. If you would like to participate in this reading fully, you can grab a journal and a pen, pause the video if you need to, and get back when you're ready. And also, you can get a bit more comfortable. You can grab a blanket like I have over here, and maybe a cup of tea or just something that is comfortable and warm and fuzzy for you. I wouldn't recommend anything that is highly stimulating, so not coffee, at least not for this time. You can definitely indulge afterwards. And we can get started when you're ready. So let's take a moment to just settle into the space and get comfortable wherever you're seated. And if you would like to, you can close your eyes or you can just lower your gaze. And take a few deep breaths in and out. Notice any sensations against your skin. Maybe you can feel the pressure of the seat or the floor beneath you, or the temperature of the air against your skin. Just notice whatever is there. And you can set an intention to connect with whatever it is that you feel guided by or drawn to, a higher power, the universe, your soul, your higher self, your spirit team, angels, guides, ancestors, whoever and whatever it is that you wish to connect with. And take another deep breath in and out. All right. And you can open your eyes and let's begin with our card reading. The deck that I am using is the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. And we're going to start off by acknowledging the month that is coming to an end, and that is September 2025. Of course, if you are listening to this at a later time, I do also set the intention that this reading may be timeless and provide you with everything that you most need, everything that your soul wishes for you to know at the time that you are receiving it. So know that you can absolutely receive these messages at any time if you're listening to it much later on. So I do want to acknowledge the month that we're currently in and is coming to an end, which is September, or whichever month you're listening. And let's get any messages for this month that is ending. What are we being guided to acknowledge for the month that is coming to an end? We have the card play, and the keywords are have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So, what I'm getting from this card is to acknowledge how you celebrated this month. What was it that you allowed yourself to appreciate, where you gave yourself the time and the space to celebrate, whether it's something that you did, an event that you got to experience, a brand new beginning, something that you just started, or maybe you just had some fun. Maybe there wasn't anything in particular that happened, but you just let your hair down and you just had an amazing time. There were definitely many of these moments for me in the month of September. It was a huge celebratory month. I turned 33 this month. My cat turned 10 years old. Well, at least I do imagine that he did because he is adopted, so I don't know the exact age that he is, but it's the approximate age that the vet advised. And yeah, I won't go into too much because we will be doing a reflection afterwards and I will share then. But I'm already seeing that whoever is guiding us, the universe, our higher selves, our spirit team, they are appreciating us for appreciating ourselves, for appreciating life, for celebrating, for not just being busy all the time, for not just doing, but being. And the more that we celebrate, I believe, the more we will have to celebrate. So I feel like this is just opening up the doors to so much more to celebrate. That was a wonderful card as we are closing out the month of September. And now the next card will be what can we expect for the month that is to come? So, the month that is coming up, what can we expect in the month ahead? Okay, we've got the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? And if any of you are familiar with tarot cards, whenever I see this particular card, the crumbling, I think of the Tower card in tarot, and it can be perceived as a scary card because it means that we have to let go of what is not sustainable, what is not stable, what is not serving us. Sometimes it is something that we get to do by choice, or sometimes we don't really have a choice. We have to just accept that something that is not good for us is disintegrating and releasing itself from our life. And we kind of have to just make peace with that and get to know who we are and what our lives are without this thing that has taken up so much time and energy and space. So I don't really feel like it's a negative thing. I mean, we've just been through an eclipse season. We had a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse in the month of September. So I feel like whatever was heavy and needed to fall away and what needed to rise to the surface, it's already happened, right? So, October, what we can look forward to in October is the blessings that are coming forward from whatever it is that we are either already letting go of or are at least willing to let go of. So, what I'm really paying attention to on this card is the fields and the flowers that are emerging as the tower breaks open, as the bricks and the boulders come crumbling down. What is actually being revealed is wonderful. It's so peaceful. I see so many different types of flowers and trees, and I see a long stream. And the stream is almost like this path that we are being guided on, the path that is for our highest good. Whatever it is that we have released is clearing the path to our highest good. So think about what it is that you have been contemplating or have already opened yourself up to start letting go of. Is it in your relationships? Is it in your career? Is it certain habits that you know that are not serving you? Could even just be a way of thinking, your mindset. Is there something that you are releasing your grip on? Whatever it is, and even if it is difficult and uncomfortable at this time, it is opening up the way forward to beauty and abundance, peace, wonder. So that's really exciting. And if we look at the astrology seasons, so in September, we are moving out of Virgo into Libra season, which is more balance and harmony. And then towards the end of October, we are moving into Scorpio season, which is more intense. And intense doesn't have to be a bad thing, more deep, even transformational. So this card definitely does align with the astrological seasons that we're moving through. It's bringing balance and harmony and allowing us to transform into the higher and greater version of ourselves that is just ready to step forward. So that's super exciting. Lots to look forward to in the month of October. And we can do one last poll for what action are we being guided to take as we move into the new month? What action are we being guided to take as we move into the new month? We've got the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Okay. So this card, what I'm getting is the action that we're being guided to take. It's not really like something that we do, it's not something that we like strategize to do. It's not like a checklist where we list, okay, these are the things that we're going to do, and then done, 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 so that we can see an outcome. That's not what I'm getting. The action is to open ourselves up to what is emerging in our lives, to embrace what is coming forward. It may be a new community, group of people that you have similar interests with, a new group of friends, maybe you're moving teams, departments, companies, I don't know. But whatever new is being introduced to you, open yourself up to it. You may be pleasantly surprised that you really like this space and you really like who you are and who you get to be and all that you get to learn about who's there and what topics emerge. And it doesn't always have to be people. So if you are someone like me who tends to live a much more reserved and quiet life, maybe what is emerging is knowledge. Maybe you find that a certain topic keeps coming up for you, and you would do so well to just introduce yourself to it. Maybe listen to a podcast episode on it, maybe watch a YouTube video on it, whatever it is, but just expose yourself to whatever it is that's coming forward. It could be a book. Maybe you want to dabble in oracle cards. If that's been something you've been wanting to do, this is your sign. Go ahead and do it. But I don't like to limit whatever it is that's coming forward, whatever it is that we are attracting and we are also being drawn to. We live in an infinite and expansive universe. So, whatever it is that is available to us could take any form. It may even be formless, it may be unseen. You may be guided to connect with a dimension that is beyond our senses. I don't know, that I might have taken it too far there, but I hope you get what I'm saying. Um, there truly is no form and no limit to what could be showing up for you, but just pay attention to what it could be and experiment. Like it might take a few times, a few tries to expose yourself to it before you really decide, okay, I like this. I want to give this a chance. I actually like this. Try not to judge it before even attempting to open yourself up to it, or even after the very first or second try. Okay, and I did say that that was the last card that I was going to pull, but for some reason, like my hands were just doing its own thing, and it's like, I want to pull another card, another message wants to come through. So I shall pull one more card, and let's see. This can just be guidance from our higher selves, the higher power that's guiding us. What message are we being guided to know at this time? Okay, so one card flipped over while it was still being shuffled. I will pick this one. And it says the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So this may apply to only a few of you because not everyone in this world goes through the exact same thing at the exact same time. But if you've been going through a bit of a dark period, and dark can be just not feeling that great or really not having clarity on what's going on and where you're heading, this is part of your initiation in this lifetime. Your soul intended to go through this experience so that you could deepen your understanding of who it is that you are, what you are here to do in this world, in this lifetime, what is truly meaningful and valuable to you. And you're crossing the threshold. So there's light ahead. If you've been feeling like things have just been dull and dark and disappointing and even destructive, there is light ahead. Things are looking up. The path is clearing. We did get that message for the month ahead. But this is just a deeper message, deeper confirmation and validation if this is something that you have been experiencing. It may not make sense right now, but your soul chose to go through this. And wherever you're heading next, it's exactly what is meant for you. It may surprise you, but you are going to love it. You're going to love who you had to become in the process to get to where you're going. That's a wonderful message. I'm so glad that I pulled that final card. I needed this message as well. Okay, so let's now take 5 minutes. And I do encourage you to do this exercise because, as much as it is wonderful to sit back and receive this reading, I do it as well. What I find is that we don't really get to experience meaningful changes in our lives if we don't absorb the message, if we don't transform ourselves based on what we have heard, what we have received, and how we have interpreted it. We need to be able to move through life differently if we want to experience different and better things. And the best way that I have experienced doing this is to reflect on what has been shared, what you have taken in. You can write it down. That's why we've got our journals out. You can make notes. If you're not into pen and paper, you can absolutely use your phone to take down some notes. You can message yourself, you can email yourself, you can take notes in a digital notes app. Or if you really, really don't want to write anything down at all, to just take a moment to sit back and think about what has come up for you. I do encourage you to share this moment with me in doing that. So let's begin. It will be approximately 5 minutes. We really don't have to overthink this. We do not have to write essays. It's literally the first thing that comes to mind. You can even just write one word or bullet points. It's just to put down your thoughts so that you know how you want to move through life differently going forward. And what I will also do is I will add in the comments what the questions were for this reading and also what the cards were as well for each question so that you can just have a look at that and you can then do your reflection. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna set a timer on my computer. It's not going to come up in the recording, but what I'll do is I will play music for the duration of the reflective period so that you can know when it is that we're starting the journaling activity, and then the music will end as we come to an end. All right, I will see you on the other side. We are done with our reflective exercise. You can just wrap up whatever you were writing, whatever thought you were on. And if there's anything that really stood out to you from your reflection, and it's something that you would like to share, I would absolutely love to hear from you. You can share whatever it is that you feel called to share in the comments, and know that by sharing, it's so much more than just sharing something about yourself. You could also be showing the exact words that someone else needs to feel validated. And it's not to say that it is our job to validate other people, but that is just a wonderful bonus that can happen when we share ourselves authentically. We end up showing others what it is that they truly wish for themselves. So just know that there is so much more in the process of sharing your thoughts. It could be something that someone really needs to hear. It could be giving them guidance. Maybe what you have to say is an answer that they have been looking for. So do think about it if you would like to share something. I will look over my notes and see if there's anything that stands out for me that I would like to share. Okay, I will share this. It is personal and it is, yeah, it's something personal that I actually feel would be beneficial to some of you that may be going through the same thing. And it is to do with the card, the crumbling. I already put the cards away, so I can't bring that up right now. Um, but it had to do with what is falling away to create the space of what is truly best for you. And something that had been really weighing me down for such a long time, for a year at the very least, is that I had been struggling to connect with people in my immediate surroundings. So, like community groups and social circles and friendship circles that I had over a year ago when I was a different person, when I was in my corporate career. I had a different set of goals, I had a different set of beliefs. I even had a different set of values, even though they weren't that important to me. But because of the person that I had molded myself to be to fit that environment, I had all of these like circles and friendships and relationships that aligned with that person that I was. And then when everything suddenly changed, I suddenly felt like I don't belong here anymore. I don't belong in any of these groups anymore. And it was so hard releasing myself because it meant that I had to be alone. And this isn't like a limited mindset thing where I'm saying, oh, I'm going to be alone. No, I truly believed that things would change and that I would find the people that I'm meant to be with. But I had to also accept the reality of there would be a period of time of just nothing. Like it's not so instantaneous that you say goodbye to one part of your life and then suddenly the next chapter and the next group of people just show up. It's a process of integration and shedding and learning and becoming. And it's taken me a year to free myself from the grief of not belonging to the spaces that I once did. And I have accepted that perhaps the way that I connect with people is just not the way that it has been. And of course, it can change. Like, I don't expect to be this hermit forever. I don't expect to be only connecting with people digitally forever. But for the time being, this is actually what's best for me. This is how I'm actually going to find the people that are like me and are interested in the same things as me and has the same set of beliefs that I have now, because they weren't in my immediate environment. And that's why I had to leave. So, how else am I going to find them? And I have been taking steps to put myself out there in online spaces, which like I'm not a huge fan of. So, like I said earlier, whatever it is that you try, something new, you do need to give it a few attempts before you close the door to it. But I have been trying to put myself in new spaces, and I've been doing it over the last year. And there were a lot of things that just were not for me. And after several weeks or several months of trying, I could then say, okay, I gave this a go. It wasn't for me. I don't enjoy it. I have still learned a lot about myself. I learned that I am resilient and that I will keep on trying, and that it is still a gift to get to expose myself to new things and to meet new people. But it's okay. I'm learning that I don't like this way. So I'm going to try a new way. And just recently, I did connect with a group of people online where I actually really do feel like this is the space that I've been waiting for. Like, this feels like home. And I'm so glad that I didn't give up. And again, things can change. Like, maybe I completely transform again and I have to release myself from the space that I'm in now. I need to acknowledge that life is always going to be changing and I'm always going to be changing, but at least I do know that I am capable of finding my people. And I hope that this is evidence that the same is possible for you too. Okay, so that is all that I wish to share. And again, if there's anything that you wish to share, if anything stood out for you, if you had like these light bulb moments that you're grateful for and you'd like to celebrate it and you'd like to be a guiding light for others, I do welcome you to share it in the comments. And with that, we can close the space. So let's take a moment to settle into where we're seated. Take a few take a few deep breaths in and out. And just notice what is here with you right now. There might be some sounds that are near to you, far away. You may be feeling the weight and the texture of the clothes or the blanket that is on you. And take a moment to give thanks to whoever was here or whatever was here for you during this time. be it your spirit team, your higher self, the great intelligence, the creator of all things. Take a moment to say whatever you wish to say, to thank their presence and their guidance. And take another deep breath in and out. And if you did close your eyes, you can open them. And that is it. That is our reading for this month. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for immersing yourself in this experience. If you stayed and watched till the very end, truly thank yourself for blessing yourself with this time to reflect and to appreciate all that life has to offer you. Until next time, have an amazing month ahead, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.